A very warm welcome to Lugogo, a place where the ICC World Cup Challenge League B is going to be taking place starting from today, the 4th of November. But anyways, today is not when the games are going to be starting. But the teams have arrived in Uganda, and among those teams is Bahrain, Italy, Singapore, and a couple of other nations that some of the people will be coming to see down in Lugogo and in Entebbe. But today, I'm standing here with the media communications manager of the Uganda Cricket Association, Dennis Musali. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Jeremiah, and thank you for hosting me.
Yes, today we are going to be talking about the ICC World Cup Challenge League B. And a lot of issues have arose. I think that's the right word to say. But mainly, we are very ready to take on such a tournament. But today, with a word like ready, how ready are we?
I think I would say we are we are at Lugogo Cricket Oval right now. So in terms of percentage, we are 85% ready. Of course, we had a bit of disorganization, the rain this morning, but even you can see around we've done a lot of improvements on the ground and cleaning as well, just to make sure that we host our visitors very well. So we are 85% ready. There's time has already gone. We'll just say the next 2 days just give us they will be done with the 15%. So we are very ready to host a tournament.
Yes, we are very ready. You say, how many nations are going to be hosted in this first round of the World Challenge League B, and how are the matches? Okay, first of all, we have been talking of Lugogo, but which grounds are we going to host this tournament on?
So the games are going to be at two grounds: the Lugogo Cricket Oval and Chambogo, and the Entebbe Cricket Oval are the host venues. Chambogo is going to be used as a backup ground, mostly for training for the teams. So the action will be in Lugogo and Entebbe. About the number of teams, we have 6 teams. We have Uganda, the hosts, Italy, Singapore, Bahrain, Tanzania, and Hong Kong, China. Those are the teams that are going to be in this tournament, the first round of the ICC Challenge League B tournament.
Previously, I think this is one of the tournaments that was hosted right here in Uganda. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was the third round, yeah. Second round, I think. And things didn't go well for Team Uganda.
We hosted this tournament in 2022. That was the second round of the Challenge League. And after 3 rounds of that particular round, we finished second behind Jersey. Only same number of points, but separated by net run rate. And Jersey went on to qualify for the next round. So Uganda missing out. This time, we hope 2 years later, we hope that the boys can do much better. We are the top seeds in this particular group, ahead of Hong Kong and Bahrain. So we hope that the boys can fare much better. There's sort of a change. 2 teams will now be able to progress to the next round after this one, and we hope that Uganda can be one amongst those. The fortunate bit for us is that we've been given the opportunity to host the first round of the 3. So we hope that we can use this home advantage, win 5 out of 5, consolidate over the next 2 rounds, and then be able to progress to the next round of the qualifiers.
There is something that I've been hearing most of the time, and this is called ODI status. And the viewer out there may not know how it is or how it works, but take us through, what is ODI status?
ODI is what Uganda can get if we qualify for the next level. What ODI status means that the games in this Challenge League qualify as List A games. List A is the class below just the ODI. ODI means that your games are categorized differently. And for players to have ODI numbers, it also raises their value. So you want to be an ODI nation because it allows you to... There's a different... people perceive you differently if you are ODI nation. You get more opportunities to play against other teams, not just the teams within your region. So qualifying for ODI status, like we call it, means we raise our level. We go to the next level as Uganda Cricket. We shall play more cricket, and we shall be playing teams that are, at a higher level than we are right now. So that's the important thing about qualifying for ODI level. So at this level, the top 2 teams at the next round of the qualifiers where they will be playing ODI cricket and not List A cricket.
Oh, that is good to hear. Then going on to the team, we have had some omissions from the team that went in for the World Cup. And the most notable ones, I think, are Simon Sesazi, if I'm not mistaken, then Ronak Patel, one of those people that helped us qualify for the T20 World Cup in the West Indies. But the team, we have had some good new names. I think first tell us about the new entrants into the team. Then we can go on to talk about the regulars like Riyazat Ali Shah, the likes of Muzei Franco or Mr. Franco Suvuga. But first, take us through those names that have just gotten into the team, and how is it like for them?
I don't know. People like to talk about the omissions. I like to focus on those that are in the team, but because I think it is disrespectful to focus on those that are out of the team rather than those that are on the team. It's like you're saying that the guys who made the team are not deserving. They are not deserving of their opportunity and place. But the guys who are in the team, the new guys, Robinson Obuya, Pascal Murungi, those are two young boys. Robinson just started his international career last year. Pascal, of course, the captain of our under-19 team at the 2022 under-19 World Cup. So a rising star, and hopefully he can be able to do well. He's been given the opportunity. It's up to him to grab the chance. But he's been in good form this year. He had a semi-pro stint in Zimbabwe. And Robinson has kept growing from strength to strength since he made his debut in Nairobi last year. So they are good things for those two. The other two guys, Raghav Dawani and Shudrip Mangela. Mangela has played here before with Damani. He understands the conditions. Those two have been specifically brought in because Simon Cesars and Roger Mkasa are out, so they've been replaced by direct batters. So you feel that the coach is trying to make sure that our batting is strong enough to help us win games. We are playing teams that are on a very high level. And in this particular challenge league, if you don't score enough runs, you'll be in trouble. So hopefully that those two can be able to deliver, and we wish them well when they're on the team. The usual guys, the usual suspects, the changes in the team were changes in a few places, but mostly, like you've mentioned, the core of the team is together. Brian Masaba, Riyazat Ali Shah, Dinesh Nakrani, Alpesh Ramjani, all those guys are still in the team. That's the core of that whole group. Henry Senyondo, Francon Suvuga, they're all in the team. Kenneth Waiswa. So the core of the group is still together. Most of the guys who are part of the 2022 campaign are still together. And Riyazat Ali Shah, a new captain in this format after Brian. Brian stepped down from T20, but the captains has been passed on to Riyazat Ali Shah. So you hope that he's been our best player for the last 2 years. He's been voted the best male cricketer by USPA for the last 2 years as well. So he's our go-to man, and you hope that the captaincy doesn't weigh down on him, and he can still be able to deliver.
Yeah, we have had a lot of preparations. I think mainly or recently it has been that trip to Jinja, whereby we have had some games with one of the teams that are going to be in the tournament, which is Bahrain. How is the preparation so far, and what do the people, or what should the people outside there expect on the day when the games start?
I think we, like all you fans, I think we expect Ugandan wins, and we hope that the team can win. But that's not a guarantee. I mean, even the other teams want to win. But Bahrain and Italy came here very early, and the team was able to play a couple of games against Bahrain. They played 3 games, 2 T20s and 150 over. Uganda lost one and then won the other 2. Importantly, they won the 50 over game. So you hope that that warm-up has put them in a good place, have been able to see the opposition and try and measure up if they can learn a thing or two from them. But even before the Bahrain series, they were in South Africa for 11 days. They had an 11-day training tour. And before going to South Africa, they played a series against PNG in Entebbe, a 50-over series, 4 games. They lost 2 and won 2. So I think in the last 1 month, they've had a very good time to test themselves against some of the best teams. And you hope that now Coach Abe Sharma and the rest of his technical team have an idea of where they want the team to be and how well they can be able to perform. How can they be able to get the best results out of the team? They've tested the different combinations. We've seen a couple of players not featuring and things like that. So you hope that the team is well prepared. As a spokesman for the association, I'll say we've done our best to make sure that the team is well prepared. I think now the rest is up to them starting on Wednesday.
Today, I think the main thing as we were coming here, the main talk was of how hard it would be to play in a place whereby there is rain. Of course, we know with cricket most of the time when when the conditions are too wet, the game is washed out. This time round, we are hosting in two grounds, Lugogo and Entebbe. What is the condition of Entebbe? Because today we are here in Lugogo and we can see what has taken place. The place is dry, though a little bit of patches of water, but it is dry and a cricket game can take place. So, what are the conditions in Entebbe?
Yeah, Lugogo, Lugogo is a terrible place, especially in the rain, because it takes a lot of water. But I've just been informed that actually there's no rain in Entebbe. So for the teams that will be playing in Entebbe, they are at a big advantage. But even if it rains in Entebbe, it drains easily as a ground, and it's easier for you to have a game. Sometimes Lugogo can be a bit of a challenge, and we hope that that doesn't happen throughout the tournament. But we're positive. You can only control the things that you can. We are not gods. Rain is a blessing in Africa. So we will just focus on what we can do. We have enough volunteers to make sure that we look after the grounds just in case it rains, and hopefully that it can allow us to have the games played and the teams are not affected. But the also advantage is that it's 50 over cricket, so there's always enough time for you to be able to get a result. A game can only be called off at 3 p.m. So even if it rained in the morning, you can still wait around until it gets better for you to be able to play. So I'm certain that the ground managers, the venue managers will do everything they can to make sure that even on a rainy day, we can be able to have cricket.
We talk of grounds, and most of the time we are talking of grounds that where the games are going to be played. But most importantly, these teams most of the time have warm-ups, at times in the hotels and what. But training, how has it been for these teams to train? We know Bahrain has been in, let's say, a practice test game against Uganda, not one, not two. But there are other teams like Italy. How do they train? Or when they decide to go out there, where do they train from?
Yeah, Italy has been practicing at the Serenity Oval in Kamengo. That's where they played 2 games against our Uganda A side. They won one, they lost the other. But they've also had a hit in the indoor facility, the Kinetic, which is on Maanda Road. So they also came here early. They had their plans, and they had made good plans for them to be able to train. So essentially, I will tell you that the weather hasn't been an issue, really. We've been able to do what we have to do. And fortunately enough, it has rained on a day when the tournament has not yet started. So you hope that starting on Wednesday, we have proper dry weather and there's no rain. The rain should come only on the rest days.
Then, away from the tournament, there are a couple of questions I would like to pose to you. But mainly, let us talk about the grounds. I'm insisting on the grounds because of a particular reason, which I feel that will be of help to cricket some time to come. This time, we are talking about the tournament of the ICC World Cup Challenge League B, but next time we would like to host a game, let me say in Lugogo or somewhere else, but you never know. Today NCS is saying that they may want to put a complex here or in another place. So, okay. But mainly, my main question is, are there preparations of UCA getting a main ground in order to host games?
Yeah, as Uganda Cricket, we have plans to find our own home. Of course, putting up a cricket facility costs a lot of money, which is not available right now. But the plan for us is to acquire our own home, and I'll tell you 5 years from now, if we have the same conversation, to be at our own home. So it is in plan for us. We understand the competitiveness, the competing needs for green spaces in Uganda, in Kampala especially. And so we are trying to make sure that we work on our own facility, and very soon it should be ready. We are not blind to the situation, of the reality of things. We know how, we are tenants here. We're not the landlords, and the landlord has other needs that require to use this facility. But every time we've had an international engagement and we've needed it, we've worked together to make sure it is available. So we are not blind to the reality that we need to have our own facility, and very soon, hopefully, we can be able to do it within the next 5 years.
Dennis, take us through the program. How is it going to be like?
Yeah, the schedule of the games, the action starts on Wednesday the 6th and will run all the way up to the 16th. Uganda will open the tournament against Singapore on Wednesday. Games start at 10 a.m. Games start at 9 a.m. But since they run throughout the whole day, you can be able to find a way of, first going to hustle, and then you can be able to find us at Lugogo Cricket Oval. Entrance is absolutely free, and then we shall have games every 2 days. We shall have a game, and then we'll have a break, and then every 2 days we'll have a game. But Uganda will be playing 3 games in Lugogo. The first one on the 6th. Importantly, I think the weekend of the 9th and the 10th is very important to Uganda cricket. They'll be playing in Lugogo. They'll play against Hong Kong and Tanzania, and that's a weekend where we want people to come out. Our campaign for this particular tournament has been come and be the 12th man. 12th man meaning the cricket team has 11 players. The 12th man is going to be the person in the stands. You come and cheer the boys. They will need your energy. We saw what happened last year for the girls in Entebbe, and we hope that the fans can bring that same vibe for the boys. We need to use our home advantage well, not just hosting, but we need to use it even on the field to make sure that we can win as many games as possible. So that's the schedule of the games. Uganda will play its last game on the 16th in Entebbe against Bahrain. It will also be a Saturday, and then we'll play Italy on Wednesday the 13th in Entebbe as well. But for those that want to make sure they are noting down which one I should come for, I've mentioned the games in Lugogo because sometimes it's easy access for people. But 6th, Uganda will be here, and the 9th and the 10th, Uganda will also be in Lugogo against Hong Kong and Tanzania. But importantly, opening day, the only match day will be in Lugogo. Uganda will be taking on Singapore. Games start at 10 a.m. and entrance, UC has paid. It's absolutely free.
Yes, UC has paid, Dennis says. But Dennis, any last words for the people out there?
No, I want to thank you guys for the support. The media has really helped us amplify the message. Maybe we started our campaign a bit late because of different confirmations, but now that we've started going, we've been able to help us amplify the message. We look forward to hosting everyone. Like I've said, it is absolutely free. Bring a friend, someone who you don't need to know cricket to be here. When you come here, you'll find people who are fanatics, and they'll be able to take you through the game. As long as you see a team wearing yellow, the yellow I'm putting on, just know that's Uganda, and then you should be able to cheer for them. So we look forward to hosting people. We've put in place very good security measures so that people can watch the game in a safe manner, not just watching, but it is safe for you to come. Entebbe is a bigger ground to accommodate families, so on a weekend when you can go to Entebbe, the space there is bigger, so you can come with the kids. They will have enough space for them to be able to play around. And we are doing everything we can to make sure that even when you come, the fun experience is a good one. We've worked well with breweries and other partners to make sure that we give the fans a very good experience.
Yes, that has been our time on the site. Mugalu Jeremiah is my name, and I've been with Dennis Musali, the Media Communications Manager at the Uganda Cricket Association. Like, subscribe, it's our time. Bye for now.